From Delmore and Andy, learned an admiration for the title of something.
Yeah.
And that the title, if you really got the title should play with the mind of the person reading it.
Including songs?
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
yeah, especially songs.
Sure. You know, in Delmore's case, it was poetry. In Andy's case, it was movies.
You ever think about what he might have done if he'd lived and hadn't had that tragic issue?
Oh, I'm sure it would be something amazing. I mean, there's still all this stuff they discover. I mean, I'm amazed to go back and see the things that he drew. What a great draftsman. Wouldn't you say he's a really good draftsman?
Yeah. But it was surprising that he wasn't making huge Hollywood movies. I mean, that's what my dream would be, that we would all be looking at these amazing, way out Warhol Hollywood movies. Because he loved the idea of stars and superstars.
Yeah, he liked the ideas, but
he liked what?
Stars, superstars.
Oh, he loved that.
Yeah, but he didn't even make his own movies.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't.
He didn't make his own movies. He was too bored with it. You know,
bored?
He gave it to Morrissey to make. He liked the idea of it. You know, like
so what is
Paul Morrissey's movies are
but
just
sometimes that's that
are really nothing as far as I'm concerned. But Andy's movies, which you really don't get to see, Andy's movies, like people are trying to get his attention. He's focusing on a light bulb. It's just incredible. Morrissey's movies make an attempt at some kind of underground plot. It's really beyond tedium. But Andy's movies is, you know, those, you know, they don't get shown very often.
How do you influence him? If he says to you, make it simpler, what do you say to him?
I've learned so much about electronics from her.
Really?
Oh, sure. I mean, big time.
What do I tell you? I don't know what I tell you.
Hmm?
I don't know what I tell you.
The virus.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
These are just like different kinds of keyboards or modules or different kinds of instruments you can use.
That keyboard I have,
yeah.
Who had it first? And I said, that's amazing. How do you do that? And then I went out and bought the exact same one. Everything she had, I went and got.
That's
and then
true.
she came in, and then she came.
He clones. See,
yeah.
What a great, that's a perfect word. He clones everything.
Well, I mean, there's the best.
Let me talk about both of you, these songs. I mean, Who Am I?
Who Am I was originally written for the play with Bob.
Right.
And Bob had said, when I was writing the play about Edgar Allan Poe,
right,
using Poe's works, not Poe's life, leave the ending open. And I had been writing, and I wanted to finish it. And he says, no, don't leave the ending. Let's see how things go. Don't write the ending. So I didn't write the ending. So on the plane over there, it suddenly was clear as a bell to me what the entire thing was about, and it was called Who Am I?
Right.
So on the plane, I wrote Who Am I? It's kind of a question.
How long did it take you? An hour? 2 hours?
5 minutes.
This is so infuriating.
It is.
Yeah, I spend months on a song. He wakes up, writes it down,
and it has it
done? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but, it, you know, it'd been in my mind.
I know, but still, it's so...
That is infuriating, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, Andy.
It's so amazing.
Boom.
Done.
Oh, yeah. And
but did he have some theory about, you know, rough is okay? That he doesn't want to go, he just wanted, he liked the act of creation, and so I'll do it, and then...
No, he was just really, he would say to me, how many songs do you write today? Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. 5. You're so lazy. What's wrong with you? How could you... This is on the record, you know, but people think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. He said, what's wrong with you? You know, you'll never have anything that... You'll never bring home the bacon if you just sit there doing nothing.
That's great.
Nag.
That's great, yeah.
But you know, he was the first one there, the last one to go.
Yeah, but he... so what does that say? That says something about a philosophy of productivity and a philosophy of...
He really believed in work.
In work.
Yeah. So I wrote a song about it on that album.
Never known anybody that's interesting to me who didn't believe in work.
Wow, that's something.
It really is true.
Yeah?
I've never known anybody interesting
Well,
who
think
didn't
about
believe in
that for a
work.
minute. Have you? everybody
That would
we
take me a
know.
while to think.
Everybody we know.
Works.
Works.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Works.
Everybody
a
I know that I
lot.
care about,
Yeah.
that I think says something, with works hard, works.
Mhm.
They do. You know, and everybody you know. You
Yeah,
know,
well,
and
he
you
was
mentioned Andy, you know, and care about it.
Yeah. Well, he also worked at being Andy.
Yeah. Well,
That's
that's
one of the great transformations. I love that he did that.
he decided what he wanted to be and became it.
Literally, cell by cell, redid it.
Yeah. Cell by cell.
Yeah. Well, you go back and look at his stuff. Here he is. He's this commercial painter, you know, and all of a sudden,
Create.
But he was really in deep disguise then, because I think a lot of people would look at him taking the photographs and Polaroids, and they wouldn't go, that guy's a real worker. They'd think, he's a party guy.
He's what?
You know,
They would
but
say that.
great disguise.
And
it
You know.
was a perfect, you know, and a lot of times there's no film in the camera.
Is that right?
It kept people away.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Have you ever wanted to do anything about this relationship, this friendship, this difference he made for you in terms creatively?
Well, like I said, I did an album with John Cale called
Right.
Songs of Adrella. I
Right.
thought it would cause a whole new way of educating people through music about different artists or scientists through music, but it didn't happen. And it's like, I'm in a category of one.
How much touring do you do?
Every, 2-3 years, go out, but then there's all these
But you go
ancillary
and it's around the world.
projects.
Yeah. Well, like what?
Photography, like there's a photography book going to Germany to work with this printer, Gerhard Steidl. He's very well known, to work on a photography book, or they want me to go to Berlin to do a residency there while Wim Wenders is there. Things like that.
Yeah.
Those are like,
Is he there now?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this one.
You don't know? See,
No.
aren't you glad you came? You're going to learn something here about where he's going, what he might be thinking about. We'll be talking about this tonight.
Yeah.
Sweet Jane. What else do you like here? Well, tell me about the what's on
Well, I
this.
picked them. I like
I
them
know.
all.
Of course you did. But did you pick them with certain order? So I assume that because Who Am I is first, that's the one that, I mean, that's the one that's getting most of the attention, right?
Well, that's because
That's it.
I think everything after that fits that title
NYC Man.
of Who Am I? Who Am I is the overall title, I think. Because in the end, who are you?
Are you happiest, most fulfilled when you're writing or when you're performing?
Oh, well, I write really quickly, and it's a strange process. I love playing.
Performing. Is it the audience? Is it what?
It's everything about it. Playing with great musicians, like she and I were playing for a while. I mean, playing music is really...
Playing for a while, like, you mean earlier today or like?
No, we did
over the
little
years.
tours.
Oh, little tours, yeah.
No, but
One
also,
little tour we did.
also our little violin guitar pieces.
Well, that's the best, because that's just for
See, now the
fun.
thing is, that goes, what words can't say, music does. And that's the great thing about playing music. It's a whole other way of communicating.
You're doing with NASA?
I am the first artist in residence for NASA.
What does that mean?
See, they don't know either. I was sitting around.
They don't know either.
No,
So we have two people who don't know, NASA and the artist.
I think NASA comes from more than one person. But
Yeah.
I was sitting
It's an
around.
institute.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And I was feeling like sorry for myself. I get this call and they go, "You've been selected to be the first artist in residence for NASA." And
You didn't know you were up.
I said, "You're not from NASA," and I just hung up. You know? And they called me a few more times, and I finally figured out that they. So I've been going around looking at all the
Yeah.
sites. It's fantastic. It's really, really, really interesting. I'm going to go up in the Vomit Comet. That's my next thing. So
The Vomit Comet?
Kind of
What
self-explanatory.
is the vomit? I get the
Yeah.
impression, but
Yeah.
are you going
Well,
to go up?
You go up and.
Where do you go? Is this Camp?
Houston.
Cape, oh, Houston.
Yeah,
right,
I'm going
right.
to do as much training as I can.
Are you?
Yeah.
And they're going to video this, all of it.
I hope they don't video it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Why? You,
I'm not sure I want to look at a
this
video of
performance
myself.
artist, can't come up with something that'll be fabulous and.
And I'm not sure I want to see myself vomiting.
Does everybody vomit?
Don't know if everybody does.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're in a, kind of a smallish plane, and it goes up and drops 30,000 feet 60 times during the flight. And then,
How
you're
far?
doing maybe, 40. It goes up very high. And they're doing experiments in the back. And then you're just
What do you
kind
mean they're doing experiments in the back?
Zero-G experiments.
While you're leaping around?
Yeah, while you're floating around.
Did you know this, Lou?
Some of it. Some of it. I was interested in, is she going up on the, well, when I heard about the vomit machine or whatever she's practicing, but then I was
You were
reading.
wondering whether she's going into space.
Yeah.
Or
on the
whether she's
shuttle.
already there.
On the shuttle, whether she's
on the shuttle.
going up.
Yeah,
And
how would you feel about that?
Well, as the significant other, can I go too?
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
It's about time we sent some artist up, don't you think?
Well, I would hope.
Yeah.
Sure.
NASA has a big program with artists. They have an art collection.
Really?
Yeah, and this is their first time when they thought, well, we should involve some other people. I mean, there are lots of other spin-offs, of course, for medicine and well, military uses as well. But so I'm going to try to do some kind of projects that are about some of the incredibly beautiful things.
Did it just come out of the blue for you, though? I mean, somebody calls you up and says, I'm from NASA, and you say, sure, you're goodbye. Yeah.
Well,
it wasn't like that
I
they
thought,
knew that. I mean, why would you the perfect pick for them?
well, I just thought
Well,
that somebody
because
had.
she does everything.
Yeah.
She writes, she paints, she does photography, she sculpts.
Yeah.
She's a tech head.
Yeah.
There's nothing she can't do. She's the absolute perfect person to go up there because she could she could come back to you and put it in any kind of media you wanted.
So my question was, why not?
How many people can do everything?
Yeah.
But I did ask them, what does an artist in residence do? And they said, we don't know.
So
I
this is
said,
The
great,
window's
though.
on Thursday.
yeah.
No. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Been fun.
You're
Nice
going to play
try.
for me and
Okay.
for them
Okay.
out there. And are you going to sit in, or are you not going to sit in?
She
or-
can't sit in.
You can't sit in
Yeah,
because of the
everything I
acoustics.
have is electric. Makes
Yeah.
no sound.
But you're going on
in
tour,
the real
aren't you?
world.
Going on tour?
I'm going to go to Italy next weekend.
You'll be
I'm
where?
on tour.
Italy?
Mhm.
Next weekend? In Rome or
I'm going to be in
Bologna
Rome.
or
It's going to start in
Milano or
Rome and
Firenze
then
or-
go from there to lots of
No, I'm
places.
going to Portugal.
And you're going to Portugal?
And then we're going to tag up in Sardinia.
When? In August?
And the
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
the
great.
end of August,
Yeah.
is that what it is?
End of
Let me
July.
just say a couple of things here. NYC man Lou Reed, this is Raven, the Lou. Well, tell me what this is.
That's the CD about Edgar Allan Poe. It has my version of Raven. I rewrote the Raven. It's really, really great.
It's about time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're unbelievable.
For the
You are.
contemporary guy.
You
Yeah.
are. And so are you. I thank you for coming. I thank you for doing this together.
Oh, sure,
I really
sure.
do. Great.
Thanks.
A special thanks to you because,
Yeah.
I know you don't normally do, both of you don't do this, and for me to have you here sitting together means a lot.